even on my day off, I'm thinking about work. Like the day before, I dread it because it's like I know that I'm going to have to go work in the morning. When I wake up, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to work. My destination is work. Like no matter what, you're gonna be underpaid. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, so let's get right into it. As always, let's not waste time on the intro. Today is gonna be about the reality of a 9 to 5. Number one, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. If you're sick, if you're dying, if your family members have passed away, if life or death situation happen, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Can you work? Can you come in today? That's all they're focused about. And you know what, right? You need to, instead of like getting mad at that fact that they do not care about you, you should more play the game with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of complaining that, oh my god, they don't care, be like, okay, cool. So now that I know they don't care, what am I gonna do to benefit myself? Because they only do things to benefit themselves, period. So one tip that I say, stop putting your all into the job when you don't get anything out of it. This is the reason why a lot of people complain about work, is because they put in 100%, but they only get 20%. Let's see, even 20% is too much. Basically nothing. They get nothing in return for the work that they've done. You know, like you agreed to work when you weren't supposed to work. You gave up a holiday even just to cover shifts for them. You stayed behind overtime, you know, just to help finish things up. You dealt with this and you dealt with that and you dealt with that, like, and then you notice that, oh wow, you do one small thing, you're the worst person in the world, you're the worst employee. Like all of your good things get unnoticed. They do not care about you. You do one thing, like, oh, you call off sick, in an inconvenience for them, not for you, for them, and then they're like, wow, why would you do this? Okay, because of that, now you see that your hours are cut for the next week. Like, this is a very common thing, and I know a lot of people that are watching this can relate. Yes, because we've all been through that. When that happens, just be like, okay, don't cause a problem, don't complain, don't do any of that. You need to be smarter than them, and you need to say, I bet. So when I go into work now, why would I put my all into the job when I get nothing out of it? Do the minimum. If you're not interested in getting like promotions and you're just there to pass time, like say it's like a part-time job for you and you've got plans for yourself, like you've got things, you've got dreams and you're working towards a dream, this is just a pit stop. Like 95 is just a pit stop for you. Don't do so much. Don't wear yourself out in the first day even. Like you want to finish the week and be like, okay, cool, I'm not so finished by job. Because you know what, let me tell you something. Even if you intentionally don't work yourself out, you're always going to be worked out anyway. Eventually you're going to work yourself out, because that is what a 9 to 5 job is. That's what jobs are like. So save yourself that way. Amen. Number 2, you're always going to be underpaid. No matter what, you're going to be underpaid. The work that you put in as a team member, as a chef, as a working in retail, even as supervisor, let's talk about supervisors. Let me get to that. Supervisor, assistant manager, management. You're always going to be underpaid all the time. Let me explain. So the dynamic of pay for promotions, right? Team member, let's say you guys do like £11 an hour. Supervisor is never gonna be like a massive gap to team member. I've worked in a few jobs and it's like supervisor, team member, it's almost the same pay. In the place that I work now, it's like not even £1 difference, right? So you're basically in charge of doing much more for like extra 40-50p an hour. Like, you're always going to be underpaid, and the work that you do, especially supervisors, you're always going to basically be like the manager on shifts. That's what a supervisor is like. You're the manager on shifts type of thing. So they're going to treat you like a manager, or no, they're going to work you like a manager. They won't treat you like a manager, they'll work you like a manager. You have to do like some sort of management things for like an extra 40p an hour. Yeah. And now let's go to assistant manager. So assistant manager actually gets paid less than a supervisor. I've worked in 2 places where both management have told me this, right? I'm not going to say the names of the places, but that's what it is. So when I was speaking to an assistant manager in the past, she basically was like, I'm not going to lie, Philippa, stay as a supervisor. And I was like, why? And she was like, if I could go back, I would stay as a supervisor. I wouldn't go up, because assistant managers do more hours than a supervisor. But if supervisors do the same hours as assistant manager, because they get paid by the hour, they get paid more. So because assistant manager is like a set pay because they get salary. That's the difference, like the salary and the hourly pay. Hourly pay, you make more than people on salary. When it comes to the manager, I don't think I don't know how much exactly the managers make, but I think the only benefit is probably being a manager and a team member. Like supervisor and assistant manager, you're never gonna be like, you're always gonna be underpaid drastically. And that's another thing. So assistant managers, they do the same thing as managers. They do the same thing as managers. They're basically pretty much the managers. The only difference is the title. So, and the pay. Yeah, they get paid less, like much less than a manager for doing the same job. So that's basically the reality of the pay when it comes to 9 to 5. I basically summed it up, I can't lie. I basically summed it up. And if people like the management try to tell you that it's worth it, never believe them. Always try and find out for yourself, because there's probably an annoyed team member or an annoyed person in your team, let's say, that is going to tell you all the tea of your workplace. You know, there's always someone that's going to tell you the tea of your workplace, because they're not the managers. They don't have anything to lose by telling you, you know. So they'll be really honest with you, and it's up to you whether you want to stay, whether you want to get that promotion, whether you want to quit, whatever you want to do. So final point is number 3. Okay, number 3 is you are replaceable. You are so replaceable. There was a woman, I think she's actually probably the first person that passed away when my whole time of working in like 9 to 5. I've been there for working for 4 years in the 9 to 5, back and forth in different companies. This woman was like such a hard worker, and she was very hard working. Like she would be there 5 days a week from like morning to close. Guys, she passed away, and so quickly they found a replacement for her. I don't even remember. Maybe it was a week. Maybe it was 2 weeks. I don't know. But it was just like, they posted it on the like, oh yeah, sorry about this passing away. And then, yeah, that's it. Next person. We need someone else to work. And that's the thing. I don't blame them, like the managers and like people like that, because at the end of the day, they are also working for this company. And this is business. Like, this is the thing. Like, so that's business. So I don't blame them, but we do not see it like that. We do not care, you know, like people that are working there. We don't care about your business. We don't care if your company makes money, if it loses money. We don't give a heck. We don't care. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna understand. A lot of us will not understand that. And fair enough, because when we come in, do we even get parts of the profits of this business that this business makes? You still get the same set amount. Maybe managers, that's why they care so much, because they get the bonuses. We do not get bonuses, you know. I say like some places they do get bonuses, but for majority, like you go in, you do your hours, you go home. Like the staff of McDonald's don't get the profits that McDonald's made that year. Like they're not included in that. They get their set pay, they're done. So we don't see that the way the management sees it. That's why there's a very big there's a divide. There's a big divide between us, and it's always gonna be like that, because you just don't get it. And maybe once upon a time you were a team member, but now you're the management. you have to think like a manager or you're gonna get fired, you know what I mean? So that's why there's always gonna be a divide between the management and the team members. It's just kind of like, the managers are kind of just like, oh, it is what it is mentality to us. If you don't like it, then leave, I'll get someone else. And that's just terrible, you know. That's what you notice. And then after like years and years and years of this same routine that you're living, you get tired. It becomes enough. Like you just lose it, you know. You don't have that same energy to even get up and go to work. Like, oh, me, I can't even, like, even the fact that I'm thinking about work, like I have work in 2 days, even on my day off I'm thinking about work. Like the day before I dread it, because it's like I know that I'm going to have to go work in the morning. When I wake up, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to work, my destination is work. Like it's just it's mentally draining. It's so mentally draining to work a 9 to 5. Maybe you guys all feel the same, but I know a lot of people do relate, because I've had so many conversations with so many people, young, old, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So yeah, that basically sums up this video, the realities of working a 9 to 5. And I don't know, maybe this video helped you have more of a perspective on like what business is like and like how they treat their employees. This is kind of a very like depressing video, and I don't really like making these sad videos, but I had to be honest. Sorry, somebody has to say it. So yeah, let me know if you want me to make another video, maybe like how to survive now a 9 to 5. I think maybe I'll make a video on that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, then let me know in the comments some more things, you know, like some more realities of 9 to 5, because I want to hear it all. By the way, this is London. Like, this is working in London. I don't know about anywhere else around the world, but this is what London is like. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this was educational. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And that's a wrap.